and Armagh, very high standard. Playing for Monaghan in that was Hannah Bowe, her brother Tommy, Irish rugby international. That ball was thrown. Free kick is taken by Rory Gallagher out as far as Paul Ward, and Ward puts it over the bar. It's the opening point of the match. Paul Ward, 26-year-old from Derry Donnelly, making absolutely certain. So that's a right good start.
Yeah, I know the game is very early, but Paul Ward has shown very well for the first couple of balls. And again, that'll do his confidence the world of good. Got out in front of his man and took a good score.
Instead, it is Fermanagh who can counter here. And up is Niall Bogue, the Cannoli player. Down into the corner here, where Chris O'Brien did really well to hold on to it. Let's fly, and that's fisted over the bar by Ryan Carson. Big Ryan Carson, who made his debut against Down in Brewster Park last year in the preliminary round of the Ulster, was in at the end of this one here. Got 6 points on his debut, his first here tonight, and it's 2 points to no score. Coming short for this one here is Ronan Flanagan, very much one of those players. It's a great ball into McGuigan. Owen McGuigan crossing the 65-metre line. This is Alan Clark. Outside to David Givney. It gets difficult because of the angle here. Givney hits it, and he hits it brilliantly over the bar. Cavan get their first score, and it's their under-21 player from Mount Nugent who gets it. The 21-year-old David Givney.
Yes, certainly he has shown great promise in the few occasions he's got on the ball. Great pass earlier on. That
Garrett Smith now holding off the challenge of. Here's Ronan Flanagan. Fermanagh prepared to retreat, allowing Cavan to come on to them. That could be dangerous with Cian Mackey around. Very crafty corner forward, and he underlines that with a lovely score, his first of the match. And the teams are level. Well, that's a very good recovery now by Cavan. There was only a point between them last year. Cavan winning that, even though Fermanagh went into the game as favourites. Fermanagh have only ever beaten Cavan in the championship twice. And Paul Ward is intent that they might win it a third time. Inside to the big man, Ryan Carson. And Carson does well. A second point for Ryan Carson, and early indications that he's going to give Thomas Core, the young man from Den who's playing full back this afternoon, a lot of headaches.
Yeah, and speaking of headaches, it must be said
to see him back. Here's Alan Clark. Now Mark McKeever. Should be, and is Shane Lyons's. Oh, not the best of passes to Tommy McElroy, won't thank you for that. Brennan across here into the middle to Paul Brady from 45 metres out. Just made it off the goalkeeper's hands. Paul Brady with his first point after 3 attempts, and he ties it up at 3 points apiece. Great effort by Paul Brady, who's prepared to come forward time and again and have a go. That time Ronan Gallagher, not taking any chances, let it off his fingers and up and over the bar. But an under-21 player on the 20-metre line, but the angle is such that the kick is about 30 metres from the target, and he's done really well. Real confidence booster. And so Cavan take the lead here by 4 points. Now he's got space. Nicely in as far as Michael Brennan. Brennan, who's 30 years of age now, lots of experience. Fists it, and he fists it over the bar. This is a very good spell for Cavan.
Very quick counter-attack resulted in a good score, but the pace of the game is going beyond Rory Gallagher at the moment.
It's down as far as Paul Ward, playing in the right corner. He's got pace. Very tricky angle. That's a super score. Paul Ward second. Real problems for Martin Cahill, the Cavan captain, the number 4 here. He's been caught by the sheer pace and tenacity and craft of Paul Ward from Derry Donnelly Harps. Fermanagh got it out as far as Owen McGuigan. McGuigan from Belturbet. Up to Kieran Galligan, who's got that yellow card. Way back there helping out. Brennan. Kicked ahead. It reaches Shawnee Johnston once again. Shawnee Johnson having a go. It's going to go left, however. Knock again by Galligan. Picked up here by Garrett Smith. ready to kick, let's fly, it's a beauty. Absolute inch perfect point there from the time it was knocked down in the middle of the park by Maguire of Fermanagh. Again, it is Michael Brennan. That is a superb kick. Maybe it's the Saturday night football thing, but remember last Saturday night we had some terrific long range. And Gallagher, they've got to try and make inroads. If they can get it into Ryan Carson, they have a chance. He's got it, dished off to Paul Ward, who looks a very tasty player. Lovely score. He was going for a goal, I think. He's got a third point. But therein you have it, Martin, essentially, with Ward on 3 points, Carson on 2. If they get the ball, they can do all of the damage. Rowan Gallagher, who takes over from Chris Breen. Again, it is Cavan winning everything in the middle of the park. All those kickouts are coming straight back. And this time, Shawnee Johnston puts it over. Well, they needed a return. Now 4 of the 6 forwards starting for Cavan tonight have scored, and this one is by Shawnee Johnston, and this is where the Cavan Gaels player just stole a march on his man and cracked it beautifully between the posts. It's now 8 points to 5.
And they're winning the breaking balls repeatedly, and Fermanagh need to tighten up in that middle 8 area.
They win another one, and then it is lost as I speak to Marty McGrath. They try to make some headway here with Danny Ward winning a free kick. Now a chance once again for his brother Paul Ward. Paul is the older of the two. Somehow losing it, and in comes Martin Cahill, but it's back out once again towards Rory Gallagher. Drifts away in the breeze, held in play over there. Very good shot by Chris O'Brien, and his first point came from...
Loses possession of it, and from the resulting scramble, I think Fermanagh have got an opportunity to score.
And Rory Gallagher has got his first point.
Yeah, Cavan who lead, but only just at the end of that first half. Remember, there will be extra time if they're level at the end of full time. Back here in the studio, Coleman Goggins and Bernard Flynn here with me in the studio. Coleman, as the lads were saying there, you know, I mean, it's not exactly going to set the world on fire, but a bright enough first half.
Yeah, it's entertaining enough, Michael. There's been far more scores than we maybe were giving them credit for before the game started. Fermanagh came out of the blocks great. Should have been probably 4 or 5 points at the good, but they dropped a couple of frees short and wide, and that they'd be unhappy about. But Cavan have probably had a better dominance all over the field, particularly with Garrett Smith at centre forward. There seems to be playing quite well and is creating a lot of scoring chances for them. They seem to be getting a lot of success when they kick the ball cross field, that it seems to be opening up Fermanagh a little bit. And it's not allowing them filter back then to do that blanket defence thing that we're giving out about, I suppose, an awful lot of the time. But a very entertaining game, and Fermanagh still in the game. A couple of decisions went their way at the end of the half that's brought them back into it. So a lively contest still.
It is, yeah. Cavan, you know, seems to be getting most of the joy around the middle of the field at this stage, Bernard. But having said that, do you think either team has actually got a grip on the thing?
No, Cavan did for about 15-20 minutes there, but there's a big 5 minutes for Fermanagh. There's no doubt about it. I thought it was going to be blown away. They maybe win 4 or 5 points behind. The last few scores for Fermanagh are crucial to this game. Tommy Carroll will be very disappointed in one aspect of the play, and that is the way they're finishing. You know, 6 wides, 3 into the goalie's hands, and then a great goal chance as well. But because they should have been putting those away. In the league, they missed umpteen goal chances and a lot of wides. So they have been creating a lot of chances. The use of the ball are very poor. He'd be delighted with the way their work rate and their effort and the way they're going for the ball.
Oh, poor use of possession. Garrett Smith back in. There's Roland Gallagher picking out Daryl Keenan. Sherry now running into trouble, challenged by Kieran Galligan. Too many stops at the start of this second half as Roland Gallagher was called into action there. Looks like he's feeling the knee or ankle causing him a problem. Meanwhile, in the middle of the park, it's Paul Ward. Off he goes again. His marker at this stage is Alan Clark. Switch in the alignment. Chris O'Brien kicking this one, and Chris O'Brien plants it over the bar, and the teams are level. First score of the second half, and that's his second point. The 19-year-old youngest player in today's match from Devonish, giving it a fair old whack and making it Cavan 8, Fermanagh 8. First few balls now in the middle of the park at the start of the second half. They needed to up their performance in that sector, and on it goes as far as Ryan Carson. 2 points in the first half. Laying it off to Daryl Keenan. having a go himself. Will it quite come? It does come in. Very good kick by Darrell Keenan. Well, the younger brother of Ryan, who's among the subs tonight, at the end of this, as Ryan Carson held off the attention of Tomas in the first half, one of those from a free. So this 45, plenty of height. Has it got accuracy? It's got everything. And that is great afternoon, great weekend of sport. Into Shawnee Johnson it comes again. Oh, that was instinctively hit with a right. What a score! That's as good as you could expect to see anywhere. And now it's two, one after the other for Cavan from the 45, and now from Shawnee Johnston, his second, and Cavan lead 10-9.
Anything
responsibility for that possession. Doesn't matter too much to Rory Gallagher. Finding his touch now from frees, and he's kicked two. So another, and the team's level at 10 points apiece.
Yeah, just a word on Fermanagh.
Carson to kick this, and Carson to plant it over the bar. Freshness, bit of guile to the inside forward line. Free kick to Fermanagh. McElroy kicking it. Here's Paul Ward. The new man wants the ball, but it's Mark Little who gets it, now dishing it off to Quigley. Well, having a go. That's a good kick, that's a fine kick, that's a point. The big burly man who's just come in gets his first kick and his first point, and Fermanagh by two.
Well, hello, it must be said. Seamus Quigley, I haven't seen him before. Certainly there is no shortage of confidence there. Ball handed off to him, just watch him. Just looks at the goal. Looked as if he was going to kick it in the left foot. That's a difficult shot from a very long distance out. That's a great score.
The St. Joseph's player. Ready to take on the other number 12, Mark McKeever. Slips by, neat control. 45 metres out from the target. Carson did well to reach that. Now he needs a support player. Not easy. The recovered Chris O'Brien, who was injured moments ago, kicks, and he puts it over the bar. No, he's put it wide. He thought it was over. I think so did the crowd. One of the umpires seemed to signal to the other, and I thought he was going to raise a white flag. Said he waved his hands and signalled that the ball was wide. Still to play. Gets under it well, gives it direction, gives it everything. His fourth point. It'll be Damien Kelly, I think, coming on for Danny Ward. Meanwhile, it's Lorcan Mulvey. Well picked out. Gibney turns. He's given it plenty of height. He'll knock down a few pigeons with that one, but he puts it over the bar. A second for David Gibney. So the teams are level once more. Cavan 12, Fermanagh 12, heading into the last 7 minutes.
Yeah, that's a fabulous score. Again, the beauty of a two-footed footballer. Gibney that time.
Danny Ward's gone off, and I think it is Damien Kelly who's come on. Here comes Tommy McElroy. Now, having led for quite a while in the second half, what will the Fermanagh response be? Carson's in, Carson scores! Ryan Carson in the 64th minute, and that, well, could be the crucial score in this match. Ryan Carson, what a time to strike. His first ever championship goal for Martin O'Rourke's team. Once they had the chance here to apply pressure on Cavan, it was a lovely little knockdown, good anticipation by Carson, good poise as well, great finish, and it's 12 points for Cavan, 1-12 for Fermanagh. What a time to strike, what a time to get a game's only goal so far, and they tie up a point as well, and the point is by Seamus Quigley, so 2 points for Quigley. What a turnabout. What a response to Cavan's scoring burst as well. Back they Cavan Gales. And DCU as well, of course. That's over the bar.
Goggins with me here in our studio. It's congratulations to Fermanagh. You lads said a goal would win this match. It was